What's up thrifters? My name's Luke from Archer & Wood's pre-owned menswear and vintage watch store. Apologies if I sound a little bit ropey today, I'm a little bit under the weather. Nonetheless, we must go on. Feel free to drop some comments, any questions you have about menswear, life in general, just anything really. First up, Hamish McPherson. So this is in response to a fit of the day TikTok that we did a little while ago, where he said, "These all look like rich people. What's your advice on having a solid, quality sartorial wardrobe, thrifting small wardrobe? eBay suits tend to be basic business suits. Any value for money brands you can recommend?" Yes, we'll take this in order. So these will look like rich people. They might be rich people, or they might look like rich people. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. I get this comment a lot, especially when I do like the glow up series. It's not necessarily about money. Yes, money helps, because you can just go in, either buy some really expensive off the peg suits, or you can get a bespoke suit. Of course, that's a simple, easy way to look better and have great suits, of course. Collar's always up in these videos. So I've not personally had that luxury. I have never bought a bespoke suit, and I love buying pre-owned stuff. I love the thrill of the hunt, and that's why I made the store. And the good news is you don't need to be rich to look like one of these guys from the video, if that's what you want to look like, because I know that's not the general aesthetic that everyone wants to. It's a very Italian look, some of these guys. Sometimes people want to be a bit more conservative, but let's focus on if you do want to look like one of these guys from the video. First up, let's get to the tips. So yeah, eBay for suits is, the majority is very businessy kind of suits. You can get brands, the well-known brands, obviously by mass. Reiss is obviously huge. Gucci, Tom Ford, all the high-end sort of like brands. But if you want to get something a bit more like these guys, like the rich guys, you've got to know your brands a little bit. They are out there. They're often poorly photographed and they don't look so hot in these videos, so they're not very attractive, which means it's good for you because you can sweep in there hopefully with a good deal. So we're going to have this Savile Row suit in. I don't have a picture of it right now because it's just, I've got to take some photos of it. So it's from Scabal, which is a Savile Row tailors. This will be in a suit, so it's a two-piece peak lapelled flannel chalk stripe suit. It's going to be in the store very shortly for around about £300, say. So that's a two-piece suit, amazing value, amazing quality. Check it out. Keep an eye on Archer & Woods. It's a really good way. Also, if you don't want to buy stuff from the store, that's absolutely fine. I also don't want to depend too much on the store for these videos, because I want to be able to provide some value to you off the store. Brands that I would recommend that aren't that well known to everybody are brands like Brioli and Barina. They're two fantastic Italian tailoring brands. Not just tailors, they do other stuff as well. They do casual, ready to wear stuff. But fantastic gear, and then you can get them for around about that sort of £200–300 price mark. Also, there's brands like Hardy & Me, who are now sadly no longer around, which have a long line of clothes that are now basically pre-owned. So they're all either it was old stock that is now on eBay or on Depop or wherever you choose to sort of find this sort of stuff. They're all worth checking out. But ultimately, it does come down to doing that little bit of work, and that is why I've made the store, just so to make it a little bit easier. I also do offer one-on-one sort of sessions where I can help you out with any sort of queries you have about brands, clothing, how to get stuff, anything really. So yeah, get in touch for that. It's hello@archerwoods.com. The other tip as well for this, get your stuff tailored. Just buying the suit is not enough. You've got to go to a tailor, get the sleeves taken up, get the trousers taken up, maybe get some stuff taken in. Ask your tailor about that, because obviously you've got to take into account your body shape, your height, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, really, when you buy a suit, don't just wear it off the peg, take it to a tailor to get it adjusted. But then let's have a think about this practically. So I'm not gonna just go for our store. Let's look on eBay, like he's mentioned, and let's try and find a similar suit to this one guy that he's questioned about. So it's a brown double-breasted suit. Let's see if I can do that right now. There's one here for £200. There's Covering. I've not really heard of Covering. I don't know if that's like not a retro. Doesn't fulfill me with confidence, because it doesn't mean vintage. It just means it's made to look retro. But it's still £189. It's pre-owned. I can't say it looks like it's made in Italy. I don't know anything about it. I'd have to do some research on that. But essentially, that's a very similar suit for under £200. If it is vintage and it's just a bit all over the place, take it to the tailors, get some adjustments done. Bob's your uncle, you're looking like that guy. A bit anyway. Then if we go down, okay, so like I mentioned, what did I mention? I mentioned Bolioli as a brand. Bolioli. Brown blazer? Brown suit. So yeah, a mixture of, because it's a mixture of prices. We've got this, that's more of like a cotton twill. As you can see, there are still some stuff with some quite high prices, but let's keep looking. Doop.
So I mean, there are tons of suits on there, and I get it is hard to find. It's just hard work. It is just searching. This is the stuff I stay up all night doing, really, and using local stores and people that I know. So we'll go for, just maybe mix it up, go for a jacket. Sorry, mix it up, go for a blazer, really.
Right, okay. This is in the States, so I like that. That's a beautiful blazer. So for $200, this is on a bidding. This is bidding, so there's quite a while left, so we can't guarantee it's going to go for that sort of amount. You can definitely try your arm and make an offer for it. Amazing quality. This is like above £1,000 sort of, well, around about £1,000 because it's just a blazer sort of piece of gear. And maybe you be able to get it for like £300, $300. I don't know how exactly that works. But it's worth a try. But there are options. There are plenty of options around. Then other tips: go for the basics. Go for a navy suit. Go for the very, very basics first, and build out from there. Go high-low. I often wear sort of like more high-end suits, like Drake's and Barina or whatever, with pieces from Reese or Arquette. I always go pre-owned myself. You don't have to, but it significantly brings the cost of your wardrobe down massively. Okay, we got a comment from a gent when we did a video about glow-ups. He said he has no idea what the rules are. I'm getting to 40, I need a glow-up. Can you do a series on rules for midlife glow-ups? My answer to this is there are no rules, not in the strict terms. So you've got to find your own look, really. And if you like some of the clothes that say I put up in my videos, or say on a Pinterest board or wherever, you've just got to follow that and work your way backwards. There are menswear rules, there are classical menswear rules, and that's okay, and I see them more as guidelines. If you want to, but I do like to experiment and try things out. I have different sort of various looks as well. I don't just wear tailoring, I like workwear as well. I like certain other kind of looks, and I like to incorporate them all together. So there's no real rules in that sense. What I would say is, in terms of guidelines, is he's saying he's nearing 40, dress for your age. Don't try and dress younger. Think about the future. So if you're looking at clothes and you're buying clothes, don't look down, don't try and recapture your youth. Look at the future and look at how you want to present yourself to the world and how you'd like to dress in that way. And then your clothes are obviously going to last longer because you're going to wear them more, but also you can build that wardrobe up and you can start to find out a bit more what you like and what you don't like, experiment, and just keep it simple would be the key one. End of the day, it's just dressing, it's just clothes, you've got to enjoy yourself. Find someone that you like the look of, the way they dress, and then reverse engineer it. Use Pinterest to build a mood board and just follow that and enjoy it. Like, it's meant to be fun. If you've got genuine interest in it, then it should be fun. Okay, lastly, we've got Simon JBR's comment from TikTok. So this was from a glow up on Daniel Craig, where I said he found the haircut that really suited him because it was the more military shorter cut. It fitted his face and his head shape so much more. And his comment is, any tips on finding a hairstyle that suits? Ask your barber. Ask your barber, talk to them, because they're going to know your head shape, they're going to know the lumps and bumps on your head and what suits you. And then it's going to be a bit of trial and error from there. In terms of actually finding a good barber, you might have to again do a bit of trial and error, but obviously look at like reviews and everything like that. It's all word of mouth. If you're only paying like £5 for a haircut, alarm bells start ringing. For me personally, because I used to be a hairdresser, I trained at Villas Sassoon, where they don't use clippers at all. And a red flag for me is when a barber relies solely on clippers rather than using scissors over comb, because clippers just do that. When they're shaving up the side of your head, they're just one thing. Whereas if you use scissor comb, it takes skill. You can tailor the hair to the shape of your head, and then because we all have weird, funky head shapes and lumps and bumps. And when you've got a really good barber, they can adjust their way around it with scissors rather than just using clippers. But beyond that, yeah, it is trial and error. Never be scared to bring reference photos into a barber's because it really helps them get a good idea of what you're looking for, and it is really trial and error from there. So there we have it. I hope these answered the questions, the people that asked them. If you have any questions about anything, drop a comment below, or in any video, I'll try and put them all together, make some more videos like this. Be sure to check out our store, archerwoods.com, pre-owned menswear vintage watches. Like and subscribe for more, and yeah, hope to hear from you soon. Cheers.